do, that would be really handy for us. But apparently, during some conversations between yourself, apparently you've alleged, we weren't here, so I don't know who said it, but you've alleged to say speak English, or was that effect?
Speak clearly.
Speak clearly.
No,
Okay.
the gentleman's partially deaf,
Yeah, he
Okay.
said speak clearly.
Yeah.
so I couldn't even hear him.
No, and that's fine, and that's why we've just come to speak because potentially some perceive that as a hate crime.
Didn't we just know this was going to happen? Then, didn't we?
People, if someone says to me, officer, I believe this, then we need to look at it because someone's potentially reporting to me as a hate crime.
So they're actually charging him with telling someone to speak English. They're charging him with a hate crime because he said to someone, speak English. And, they are in the country that English originated from.
I'd just be in jail then. Somebody'd have to come bail me out. I'd be sitting in jail all the damn time because that's stupid. I mean, if you're talking to somebody and they're in your country and they cannot speak the language and you tell them to speak your language, you can't understand them. That should not be a hate crime.
Some of these articles I've covered and some haven't, but there was one person they were from another country, I believe, but they got a teacher job in the UK. So they flew there. They got there. They got into school, and no one in the school spoke English. I think like maybe one of the principal or teachers may have, but none of the students spoke English. None of the other teachers spoke English. And this is in the UK, the place where English originated from.
Yeah, I'd be in jail. I'd just be in jail.
Immigrants.
Because they would say something, and I'd get mad, and then I would say something, and then somebody would have to be bailing me out of jail.
There may exist immigrants who come over that are all right. They're just trying to make a life for themselves. But I would speculate, because I'm not in the middle of it, but I would speculate that the majority of them are the worst kind of people that will do the worst kind of things. And I know some of you that are watching or will watch this know this better than I do. And it's very unfortunate. But speaking on this kind of thing is why YouTube hates me.
Well, I think all the countries that are sending people over to the UK and other places like that, they're getting rid of the people they don't want to deal with. So they're pushing those people off on other people, which becomes a problem for those other people.
Check this out. She says, I don't see it now. I believe she said her mother is a teacher. It says, in the first year, not a single one speaks German in Austria schools.
Oh my God. Well, what happens to the children? I mean, the German-speaking children that live there.
Well, they're trying to get rid of white people, right? I mean, I guess a good many of them have to learn that language.
Arabic?
I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know. Whatever, the mainstay of immigrants is there.
Oh my God. Oh, if I was in Austria and I had children, I wouldn't send them to school. If I could get around it, I'd homeschool them. I mean,
you can't understand a language and you have to say, wait a second, I only speak English. Are you telling me they will take you to jail for it? In the UK, they will. It's a hate crime.
Well, what's going to happen is all the children in the UK and Austria and places like that were born in those countries, they're not going to know how to function.
This is also why some people look at me and go, "You're too political. You're too political." Fuck. Politics isn't everything. Now maybe comics is your main thing. Maybe games is your main thing. Maybe movies is your main thing. You're going to point it out in that. The difference with me is I point it out in everything. So I don't honestly see what the big deal is.
There's not one. But I know all the, back to what I was saying, all the children, they're not going to know how to function in their own countries
You
because
said what happens to the white people, basically.
yeah,
And there's your answer. There's so many immigrants coming in that the offspring will be less and less white.
because
Here's the message for the day. White is all right.
yeah,